Yo, what's going on everyone? It's Carbon, and in this video I want to tell you guys a story while you see background Fortnite gameplay of a 15 kill game. Now the reason why I want to try this is I want to try something new and see if this works on my channel, because I would definitely enjoy this if you guys do. So please try to watch as long as possible. It definitely helps me as long as you watch most of it. If you at least watch 4 minutes, that helps too, because it helps my video get noticed and I can see what I got to do wrong and stuff like that and change it around, and I can do more of these in the future. Now let's get right into the story time. So this was about, like, not too long ago, around when I lived in Parkersburg. And pretty much I lived in this complex, and I was just an average 11, 12-year-old looking for friends and stuff like that. And I found this old lady who really couldn't do much herself, so I decided to take her trash out for her. And she paid me a lot of money to do so. She paid me $20 a week, which is a lot for being an 11, 12-year-old. It was definitely a lot. So I did that every day. I kept taking her trash out. I kept taking her trash out. There was nothing going on there. I just lived my life as an average 11 to 12-year-old. I saved my money to like $80 to $100. And then, like, after a while, she decided to stop paying me. And, like, she seemed really sketchy about it. Like, she didn't want to pay me any money or at all. Like, she would just sit there and ignore me and not answer her door or anything. Then, obviously, keep in mind, I'm 11 or 12, right? So, like, obviously, I'm doing this for the money, and I'm obviously trying to help her a little bit. And I was being nice and stuff. Till the end, obviously, you'll hear a really big climax twist. So pretty much one day I decided to go take her trash out. And obviously, if you guys don't know the box tops and like the old schools and stuff like that you take to schools and stuff and for elementary and grade school, those box tops you use for different things, like schools gives you points or rewards if you turn a lot in. So the reason why I want to use the box tops is obviously because I used to collect a bunch, and she would have a lot of Kleenex boxes, right, that you have to take out of her trash, because for some reason she uses a lot of Kleenex. I don't know why. But one day, like, she started cutting off the box tops so we couldn't have them, so that was really sketchy. I don't know why she did that. And then a couple days later, we actually found one of the Kleenex boxes she was throwing away had 20,000, not even kidding, 20,000 box tops in it, little box tops. And keep in mind, she was still paying me at this point, so she didn't stop paying me. It was just the sketchy part of the box tops, and I don't exactly know why she did so. I honestly really don't know. But after the box tops, right, so things started getting a little bit worse, right? So if you guys don't know a little backstory on her, so I used to go around her house, and if you go inside her house, which I barely did because it was a little weird in there, she would tend to wear gloves everywhere, and she would have plastic bags on her door. She had Clorox wipes everywhere, and I guess you could say she's a germaphobe. But some things you take a little too far, because one day my mom went to the store with her, and she decided to single bag everything. And that's right, guys, I mean everything. She would single bag. She would make the cashiers single bag everything, or she would throw a fit. I mean, literally, like, a milk in one bag, cereal in another bag. She wouldn't let anything touch each other, and she would double bag them too. It wouldn't just be a single bag with stuff in it. It would double bag. So not only is that a waste of bags, that's kind of weird and sketchy as well. So I don't know why, but I always found a casual wolf spider when I walked into her house sometimes. But one day I went to take trash out. She wouldn't actually answer her door because I was about to get paid. So this was 2 weeks in. She still hasn't paid me for 2 weeks. So I definitely wanted to see what was going on. So I decided to knock on her door, right? So after I knocked on her door, she wouldn't answer. We knocked on her door again, she wouldn't answer. So one day she came out and she said, okay, now before I pay you, you must pick up these rocks for me, right? So I don't know exactly what she wanted the rocks for, and I still to this day don't understand. But I really think that the rocks had something to do with whatever was crazy about her, or whatever. Maybe she was just normal and I'm crazy, I don't know. But she wanted me to pick up rocks for her, so I was like, okay, I'll be nice. I'll pick up the rocks for her, because obviously $20 to pick up the trash take out the trash for her is crazy amount of money for an 11, 12-year-old. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and take pick the rocks up for her and stuff and give it to her, right? So I decided to pick the rocks up in the basket. Keep in mind, I'm not getting paid any extra money at all, right? So I actually decide to pick up the rocks for her, like I said, and I give her the rocks and everything, and she still doesn't pay me, right? She goes in her house, and then every single day she would have me pick up these rocks when I take her trash out. I was like, okay, I don't know why I'm doing this every single day. I helped you a couple times, that was it. So then I finally got all the rocks out of the backyard. Keep in mind, there was a lot of rocks, right? So I went ahead, I picked up all the rocks for her, and then all of a sudden she wouldn't answer her door again. So this is the point where I was starting to get worried. I was like, okay, well, I'm not getting paid or anything, right? And it was super weird because she was a super sketchy old lady, right? So it wasn't like something like insanely crazy or anything. So I decided to knock on her door again. Me and my mom walked down there and we started pounding on her door. We're like, hey, we took her trash out. We want our money, right? Obviously, like, I'm 11 or 12. She doesn't need to take advantage of me like that, right? So I go ahead and I get her trash out again. this is like the 5th day or the 5th week she hasn't paid me. So then at this point, I mean, you're probably like, well, why didn't you just stop and just completely stop? Obviously, I wanted the money, right? Like I definitely like deserved, like I earned it, right? So I earned the money. I had 80 bucks saved up because I used to save up a lot. No matter what, I wouldn't spend it. So then I had all that money saved up. So I wanted to get more. 5 weeks to $20. If you do the math, that's $100. I would have $180 as an 11 or 12-year-old, which is absolutely insane. So then I started getting impatient. I started spending my 80 bucks that I had because obviously I didn't want to wait any longer because I didn't think I was going to get paid again, which obviously, spoiler alert, I didn't get paid again. So one day we decided to go to her house, right? I mean, literally, quite literally go to her house, like I said before. And this time we weren't messing around, right? We pounded and pounded and pounded on her door. We like, listen, we want our money, right? And obviously, like, and then she called the cops on us, right? So the cops show up and they're like, ma'am, and she was talking to my mom. He was talking to my mom, and he was like, "Man, what are you doing here?" And obviously, my mom told him, and she was like, "Well, this is her property. You have to get off." Right? I was like, are you serious right now? Is she really doing this? I don't know. And like I said, dude, keep in mind her name. Okay, just I forgot to tell you her name, right? So her name was Wilda. All right. So if you didn't think that was weird enough, her name's literally Wilda. So that's tough. But she's around like 70 years old or so. So I mean, it's whatever. I decided I was trying to be nice and stuff. She would pay me money, so I was like, why not? So I did get a few weeks like before this all started happening. It was like a month later. So then she called the cops on us, and I guess to be honest, we never really heard from her again. I mean, later on, we finally did get her into the door, and we tried to get the money out of her and stuff like that, and she just said she wouldn't give it to us and stuff like that because we caught her outside, and we asked why she kept throwing her box tops away because we would always find the box tops in a single Kleenex box. And obviously, like, I didn't care too much about the box tops. I cared more about the money, obviously. But the box tops definitely gave me, like, stuff at school. Like, I'm sure a lot of you remember bringing box tops, or still do bring box tops to school. If you're watching this, let me know in the comments below if you do bring box tops to school. And pretty much that's the end of the story. I mean, towards the end, it was definitely really, like, sketchy what was going on. To be honest, I didn't really know. So it's definitely really sketchy. I hope you guys did enjoy the story time. If you did, please smash the like button down below and subscribe if you're new. I definitely put some background music in the background so it'd be a little less boring and be a little spooky. I don't know if you guys like that, but if you did, let me know in the comments as well. And until next time, guys, peace out.